Somali Muslim just attacked another white woman. Here's disgusting reason why he had to. Just days ago we learned that a Somali Muslim police officer opened fire on Justine Damond, an unarmed white woman in Minneapolis. MN. The details are still emerging over what led up to the shocking shooting, but the reason why Officer Mohammed Noor opened fire is mostly a mystery, as Americans across the country are left wondering how this tragedy occurred. Another Somali Muslim has attacked again, and the reason why is disturbing. Countries around the world have been allowing Muslim refugees in at an alarming rate. Thanks to liberal policies, these Muslim refugees are flooding into Europe and America, leaving a trail of destruction behind them. These refugees not only bring with them eradicated diseases and third world sanitary practices, but also they bring their violent ideology of Islam. In the religion of Islam, there are many Western practices that do not mesh with their backward religion. One of those practices is having dogs as companions, since they are forbidden in the religion of Islam. Sadly, one woman was viciously attacked for committing this sin in the presence of a Somali refugee who was offended by her canine friend. A middle-aged woman has been hospitalized after being savagely attacked in Vienna, Austria. 54-year-old Ingrid T. says that she was walking her friend Lapuches and stopped at the gate of neighbor to have a quick chat. That is when Ingrid saw a veiled woman begin to approach her and her dog slowly. Knowing that Muslim refugees are not too fond of dogs, Ingrid attempted to pull back one of her furry companions. But, before she could, the woman attacked her, yelling that the dogs were unclean, and began to scratch at Ingrid. Thankfully, 3 men saw the attack and pulled the woman off Ingrid, but she injured and could not feel her legs thanks to the attack. Here is more from Breitbart. A middle-aged woman had to be hospitalized in Vienna following a brutal beating in broad daylight by a veiled Somali asylum seeker offended by her pet dogs. The victim, named only as Ingrid T., described how she was talking with neighbors at the gate of her garden, accompanied by dogs. Her deaf, almost blind, 3-legged collie mix sitting peacefully alongside while 10-month-old Poco meandered along an alleyway towards her parents' house. When she saw a pretty, veiled woman approaching slowly, I knew some people from these countries do not like dogs, so I went to Poco and wanted to pull him back. The 54-year-old told Krona from her hospital bed in the Austrian capital. The 18-year-old Somali asserted, "The animals are unclean," Ingrid recalled, stating that her attacker then grabbed me, spun me around and scratched me until both women fell to the floor. It took the efforts of 3 men to manage to pull the asylum seeker away from the Austrian dog owner, who told Krona the assault left her unable to feel her legs. Staff at Wilhelminen Hospital had to operate twice on Ingrid, who, her knee smashed in the attack, required an artificial knee to be surgically implanted. The Vienna native told Krona she believed her ordeal came about as a result of clashing cultures, revealing that she had heard the Somali's husband say, "We don't want dogs. They are filthy," with her recovery expected to take a long time, and the migrant attacker lacking any type of liability insurance. Ingrid's lawyer said it is unclear who will pay for damages caused, and noted this will probably be a precedent, as NGOs and taxpayer-funded rescue missions ferry thousands of Africans from the Libyan coast to Italy each week. Austria has repeatedly called for Europe to close the Mediterranean route, warning that the nation will impose border checks and deploy soldiers on its frontier with Italy if the influx does not slow. Local media reported this week that moves by the nation to secure its border look to be justified after the director of the Italian Refugee Council, Christopher Heen, threatened to send tens of thousands of migrants to Austria. "Let us welcome every ship. Our ports wide open for the refugees, and then, with buses and trains at our disposal, we will send the majority of the people to Austria's Brenner Pass, and to Ventimiglia where they can cross to France," he declared, appearing on German television. Of course, this is a clash of cultures and there is a simple solution to it. These Muslim refugees can return to their homes and take their violent religion with them. There is absolutely no reason that these people need to be in the Western world if they have no desire to assimilate. This is not multiculturalism or even diversity in a simple form, but a dangerous religion that seeks to harm others. Hopefully, citizens around the world will begin to rise up and take back their countries, back this vile religion before more innocent people are harmed.